Hey guys, Pauly Howard. I'm with Fox Sports Radio for the card Thursday, March 9th. Before I tell you what I'm betting, time to rant and run. Biggest story in the world of sports yesterday, March Madness in soccer. Absolutely. Patriots comeback. Clemson with the big comeback. Cubs down 3-1. How about you have to beat a team by 5 goals to advance in the Champions League knockout round? ESPN Stats and Info. Barcelona, first team in Champions League knockout round history to overcome a 4-goal deficit to win. They lost the first leg 4-0 on the road. They led 3-1 late, but PSG had the road goal. So even when it was 5-1 late, they still need another goal. But it's 3-1 in the 85th minute. They have to score 3 times in 10 minutes. And PSG can park the bus and just say, all right, it's it. We're going to take the air out of the ball. But they score twice. But still, 5-1, PSG still advances. But in the final kick, with like 15 seconds left, Barcelona finds the back of the net in a miraculous win. Somehow, some way, they win 6-1, and they move on and advances. They had to win by 5 goals because PSG got the road goal. Going into the match, PSG was minus 2,000 to advance. Can you imagine the in-game price if they had such a thing after the 85th minute? I mean, there's no way they were going to score 3 times in 10 minutes. Absolutely bananas as Barcelona moves on in Heartbreak City for PSG. Some bad beats all over the board. How about Duquesne? Bet up from 2-4 against St. Louis. They lost 72-71. They led by 16 with 14 minutes. They led by 5 with 20 seconds. And they lose the game. And then you have UNLV and San Diego State. Line open 9, closed 10.5 in some spots. Books got middle on this one. In any event, UNLV is up 18 at the half. They're up 20 in the second half. San Diego State scored 14 points in the first half. UNLV blows the lead, misses some free throws. San Diego State has a 4-point lead late, goes to overtime. Rebels get outscored 12-0 till 5 seconds left. UNLV lays it in. They get outscored 12-2 in the overtime. A horrible beat, a moose, and a horrific push all the way around if you had UNLV. You're up 20, getting 10, and they lose by 10 in overtime. Absolutely bananas. Also at the Mountain West Conference tournament at the Thomas and Mack, Air Force took some heavy money. They led 25-0 in the first 9 minutes out of the gate against Wyoming. Imagine that. Took them 9 minutes to score, 25-0 Air Force to start. Also, point spread hijinks, almost a moose in this game. No Kawhi, no LaMarcus for the Spurs against the Kings. That total was bet down from 200 to 195. Never had a chance. Game went to the moon. And the Kings were up 28 points late in the second. Lost the game by 10. Line went from 16 to 11. Imagine you lose that. You're getting 11, and you're up 28 points in the second quarter. You couldn't cash that ticket. One basket away from almost having a debacle there. See how this plays out. Michigan plays Illinois today at 9 a.m. Pacific in the Big Ten tournament in D.C. You know, all the issues with the plane, and lucky no one was killed. I mean, that was, Beeline said, thank God we didn't get in the air. They are going to land today at 8:30 in the morning, local time, and then they're going right to the arena to play at noon. What if the plane's delayed? What if it's late? What if there's traffic issues? Who knows? You've been to D.C. So this is wild how a near-death experience, how will they do once they show up and go right from the bus, the airport, to the bus to the arena? Will they be out of gas? Will they be playing on emotion? Who knows? Fascinating. And it's been nothing but Illinois money as well. Land at 8:30. Get there at 8:30. Bus right to the arena. The game a couple hours later. And great games coming up today. The biggest day of the betting season in terms of college basketball. It's absolutely chaos coming up. Time to tell you what I'm betting. One big feature pro pick over my shoulder. Game of the month, Ben Burns, college hoops on a nice run. Puts out a ton of plays. Go get him, Ben. This big one, though, is game of the month today. And Brady Cannon, golf matchups locked and loaded, ready to go over my shoulder up at pregame. As always, betting half a unit on the free play. Fire against these guys until further notice. They've lost 8 in a row. They're in tank mode. They can't defend. The last time they went to Phoenix, it was 137 to 101? Phoenix laying 6 at home against the Lakers. That's the play of the day. I've ranted. Now I'm going to run. Good luck out there. See you on the radio. Check out the podcast today. Dave Koken and Roxy Bernstein live from T-Mobile to talk about the Pac-12 and recap the West Coast Conference Tournament. And then Friday, it's Powers and Malinsky and Ken Thompson rapid fire with all the championship game previews on pregame.com.